Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Have we recovered yet? Are you nearly there? I feel like I'm nearly there. I feel like we're just about at the final stage of the recovery now. Following on from Sunday's amazing celebrations, cup final success, and the good times keep rolling here at Celtic. Ange Postecoglou has provided a brief update on his Celtic future, one that I'm sure the Rangers fans will be absolutely loving. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure to hit like and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. I think we're about 50 subscribers away from the next milestone, 37,000 subscribers. So if you haven't pressed it already, it only takes you a second. It's free as well. If you enjoy what you see, hit the subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. Love you guys. We're here today to continue having fun. We're here to live, laugh and love, some would say. Because Ange Postecoglou has given us all the reasons to live, laugh and love. And I can't stop smiling. And it's just like, everything was perfect on Sunday. We didn't need anything else to make it better. We didn't need any words, any interviews, nothing else. Apart from that cup win on Sunday, I was perfectly happy. But Ange Postecoglou, he knows how to do it. He is just one big, lovable tease of a man. And you know what? After his latest comments to the media, I couldn't love him anymore. So, we all know for a fact that this season we have been asked the question a million times, when will Ange leave Celtic? That seems to be the wee voice in the back of our heads asking the question, not necessarily our voice, in fact, not our voice at all. I think me, you watching this video at home, I think we both know that Ange is going nowhere, and we've known this whole season he's going nowhere. But the MSM, the mainstream media, have done their absolute best to try and chase him out the door as quickly as possible over the past 6 months or so, with the job that he's done at Celtic being so remarkable. Every Premier League job that has came up this season, from Chelsea to Brighton to Leeds to Southampton to Everton to all these other jobs that have opened up, Ange Postecoglou's name has been somewhere in that pecking order of names being linked with the job. Why? Because the media love to stir stuff. But Ange Postecoglou himself has given us one of the best bits of news, one of the best updates we could ever ask to receive, that we didn't need on Sunday, we didn't need yesterday. This is just a bonus. And as I said in the intro to the video, terrifying for the rest of the league. So Ange Postecoglou was speaking to the media. This is what he had to say in regards to his future with Celtic and how long he may be here. He said, when people say he's going to go down the road or somewhere else with the first offer he gets, it's not how I'm wired, it's not how I think. For me, it's just about trying to leave a mark wherever I am. I've done it with every football club I've been at. I want to do that at this club too, and it's all that consumes me. And finally, the quote that takes it all for me: you'll be surprised by how long I am here. Oh, Ange. Oh, Ange. There is so many quotes within this interview itself that I could throw on screen, and I'll probably read a couple out as this video goes on. It's a long one. There's a lot of points that drill through the fact he wants it to be here, he loves being here, and he intends on staying here. That's just the overwhelming tone of the entire interview, to be quite honest. But it's always hard to make these videos because we've been hurt before, haven't we? And this is the kind of video that in 6 months' time could come back to leave egg on my face. And I could be sitting here smiling and laughing and, trying to rub in the fact that Ange Postecoglou is talking about building a dynasty here at Celtic. But this is the point that I want to make from all of that. You've genuinely got to believe it with Ange, haven't you? You've got to. And it's like, yeah, with Brendan Rodgers, we were fooled. We took every last word that he left upon us and we ran with it, and then he ran away to Leicester at the first opportunity and we were left looking like idiots. And ultimately it sent us into a position where, you could say was the downfall leading into that 10-in-a-row campaign, and we've had to pick up the pieces, and Ange Postecoglou has been the man who's picked up the pieces. But this genuinely feels different, and listening to Ange speak and reading his interviews and just watching what he's done here at Celtic, there is a genuine belief between manager and fans, me and all of you alike, that this guy loves it here, intends on staying here, and will stick true to his word. obviously we can't predict what's going to happen in the next 6 months to a year. You know, anything could happen. Any offer could come on the table, from the biggest of the best of the best to, you know, smaller clubs. There probably will be umpteen times where the media have him linked with jobs, and who knows, maybe he would move on. But there is something in everything he says in this interview which is genuine and just very believable, mostly down to the characteristics that Ange Postecoglou has displayed at Celtic from the minute he walked through the door. And he wants to build something special here. The project is only just beginning. We are in the second season now, and as he touches on the interview, come August, he'll be going into his third season. And we've done a lot. There's a potential treble on the table, but there's still so much work to be done. There's still so much to build. I don't think that even Ange Postecoglou himself is 100% happy with what he's done so far. There's more to come. There is a dynasty to build. And how we do that, whether it be on a European front or whether it's just taking it to a next level domestically, you know, while, you know, not losing games and just being totally unbeatable, whatever that next step is in Ange Postecoglou's mind, there is a genuine belief in everything he says for me. I hang on to his every word, and I don't want to be left looking like an idiot. Nor does any of us. But he just seems like a guy who is happy where he is, and there's no reason for him to jump ship anytime soon. The big man himself even had a dig at the mainstream in this. He had a dig at the media. He didn't leave anything to hide. He put all his cards on the table. This is one of the quotes from later on in the interview. He said, "I'm going into my third year next year, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not really worried about what other people see. So I'll tell you what the first thing is, and one of you will be the first ones to do it, is say I'm not ambitious enough because I'm not moving on." So obviously the media have been trying at every opportunity to get Ange out the door. We've seen that. Every time a job, I've mentioned it in the video, every time a job's came up, Ange has been first linked, and the media have been convinced that he's going to be speaking to all these clubs abroad. And as he says, the media will be, the mainstream, the newspapers and the tabloids, they'll be the first people to come out and criticise Ange Postecoglou for not moving on. And they're probably desperate for him to go, because he's proved them dafties on multiple occasions. You know, we've seen it time and time again. We witnessed it firsthand. I've been in the rooms when Ange Postecoglou has left reporters looking like idiots, because they keep asking the same questions, they keep linking him away at any given opportunity. It must be tiring for him. It really, and that's, I've always had this worry and this kind of feeling in my head that if anything's going to force him to move from this country, is these journalists and members of the mainstream media who keep asking him ridiculous questions and keep throwing him the same shade. And he has to keep dealing with that, and he's going to end up thinking to himself, fuck this. Because he just keeps getting asked the same things. And, you know, I've been there, me and some of the guys, you know, guys like Hamish and people from podcasts, Gig Pod, Sales Exchange, all these different, you know, outlets. We sat there in these rooms, and we've seen the looks on his face when he's asked the questions by these same journalists who want to keep trying to, you know, make a fool of him. But Ange just gives it right back, and the only people leaving the room looking like fools are the ones asking these ridiculous questions. It's good that he keeps putting them on their backside. And I hope he continues to do so, because they are just going to get more and more frustrated as Ange wins and wins and wins. We know what it's like. You know, it's not paranoia. It's not conspiracy theories. They want to see Ange Postecoglou fail. And they're dying for the day that he comes out in a press conference and admits defeat to them. But it ain't going to happen. And going off his comments, he ain't going anywhere anytime soon either. Here's the last set of quotes I'll throw up on screen from the interview. He said, "Of course, if people are talking about my future or interested in my future, I will sit there and listen. It doesn't mean I'm going to jump at anything that comes my way. I'm really passionate about what I do. The people close to me know what is most important to me, what drives me and keeps me sort of happy in my role, and I couldn't be happier." I mean, there's no reason not to be happy at the minute, is there? As I said, we are just knocking down everything that comes towards us at the moment. We're on track to winning the treble, if you like, but we're remaining focused in doing so. You know, and Ange has touched on that so many times. He's touched on the fact that we're remaining concentrated a game at a time. St Mirren is the next focus. Hearts will become the focus after that, and who knows, if we do get to Hampden, then we can maybe start talking about a treble a little more seriously and a little more realistically. But right now, Ange is happy where he is, and he's happy with how things are going, and he's talking about the third season. All these people that have been trying to throw this agenda forward, that maybe this summer will be the departure of Ange Postecoglou, and maybe these jobs coming up in the last few months of the Premier League season will finally be the one for Ange. To hear him come out and saying, he couldn't be happier, it's the reassurance that you love, but it's the prospect of where we go from here, which is even better. The future is so bright with Ange Postecoglou. We all know that. There's a reason to be excited as a Celtic fan. And he's at an age now, obviously Ange is coming up towards the age of 60. He's getting into the older years of his career. Most managers probably pack it in their 60s and they decide to call it a day. Ange, there's a genuine question as to why Ange can't stay here and finish his career at Celtic. People will now start to ask that question off the back of this interview, but listen, just enjoy it. Enjoy him being here, whether it be 1 more season, 2 more seasons, 10 more seasons. We're blessed, we're lucky to have a manager like Ange Postecoglou with us right now. And as long as we keep backing him as a football club, both supporters and board, as long as we keep trying to put the right tools ahead of him for the success and the legacy of this football club and the legacy of Ange Postecoglou, there's no reason that Ange will want to jump ship anytime soon, and nor he should. There is obviously that question mark that will always hang over his head about contract length, and obviously with other clubs looking how easy it is to buy out from contracts nowadays, that question will always linger as well. It'd be good to see, off the back of interviews like this and off the back of success of like Sunday, it'd be good to see the board try and make a really big sort of commitment to the manager and a proposal in the sense of, here's a 5-year contract, there's money, we'll back you, we're going to go for this, we're going to get better in Europe, we're going to invest properly. This is only what feels like to me step one of a huge, step one was passed long ago, really. But for me, it feels like we're still on step one. I feel like we are just getting started. And that's the scary thing for everybody else, but the most exciting thing for us. So we'll just need to wait and see how it goes and what happens. But a lovely interview to say the least. Woke up smiling seeing that this morning. I think it was actually last night it started to kind of break on social media. But it really came to light this morning and such. So stay as long as you wish, big man. There's always room here if you need a spare or anything, But that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be back on the channel tomorrow. We'll be back building towards the game against St Mirren at the weekend as well. And just keep smiling. Love that. See you next time.